Welcome back to Car Future Wheels, the channel where we bring you the latest insights on the vehicles that are pushing the boundaries of mobility and redefining what we thought cars could do. Buckle up, because this is going to be a ride you'll never forget. Let's start with the front. It's minimalistic, yet it carries an aggression that feels purposeful. There's no traditional grille, of course, since it doesn't need one, but the slim LED headlights are razor sharp, almost like the eyes of a predator ready to strike. Air ducts and subtle sculpting along the bumper are engineered to keep airflow tight, making the entire front end look like it was designed in a wind tunnel for hours on end. You won't find unnecessary flourishes or gimmicks. Every line, every crease, is functional, and that's what makes it so striking. Swinging around to the side, you really begin to appreciate the proportions. The wheel arches are muscular yet refined, housing massive lightweight alloy wheels wrapped in performance tires designed to put down unprecedented levels of grip. The roofline flows gracefully into the rear, creating that classic sports car silhouette, but because it's Tesla, it also feels futuristic, almost like it's skipping a generation ahead of current supercars. The door handles sit flush against the body for aerodynamic efficiency, and when they pop out, they feel like a tiny piece of science fiction in motion. With the glass canopy roof, which can be removed and stored in the trunk, you get the open-air exhilaration of a roadster combined with the aerodynamic benefits of a coupe. Now, the rear end is where things get really exciting. It's bold, clean, and wide. The taillights stretch elegantly across, with a minimal light bar that immediately identifies the car at night. The spoiler integration is subtle, almost hidden, until speed activates aerodynamic components to keep this beast glued to the road. The diffuser is sculpted aggressively, reinforcing that this car isn't just for looks. It's built to channel airflow in the most efficient way possible. There's a sense of controlled aggression back here that makes you want to just stare at it even when it's standing still. Stepping inside, you realize Tesla wasn't just focused on exterior drama. They wanted the cabin to be an equally futuristic experience. The moment you open the frameless doors, you're greeted by an interior that feels like a minimalist spaceship. The seating position is low, as you'd expect from a hyper-performant vehicle, and the materials are premium, with vegan leather, carbon fiber accents, and aluminum trims. The steering wheel is a futuristic interpretation, more of a yoke than a wheel, aligning with Tesla's vision of blending technology with performance. The central touchscreen dominates the dashboard, controlling virtually every function of the car, but it's larger and crisper than ever before, with a user interface refined for drivers who want both performance data and entertainment at their fingertips. Behind the seats, the car surprises with usable storage for a sports car, making it slightly more practical than you'd expect. Now let's talk about what really makes this car a legend in the making. The performance. Elon Musk has teased for years that the Roadster would break every convention in the book, and it looks like the 2026 model is ready to deliver on those promises. The acceleration numbers are beyond comprehension. 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. Yes, you heard that correctly. Under 2 seconds. That makes this not just the fastest Tesla ever, but one of the fastest production cars in the world, period. And it doesn't stop there. Quarter-mile times are set to embarrass even the most expensive hypercars, and the top speed is expected to be over 250 miles per hour. How is this even possible? The answer lies in Tesla's tri-motor setup, borrowed from the Plaid models but tuned for an entirely different leak. 2 motors at the rear and 1 at the front provide torque vectoring that gives you an insane level of control. Combine that with a next-generation battery pack, which Tesla claims will allow a range of over 600 miles on a single charge, and suddenly you have a car that's not only blisteringly fast but also practical for long journeys. It's a strange thought that a car capable of out-accelerating multi-million-dollar hypercars could also be your comfortable daily driver with supercharger access nationwide. Under the hood, of course, Performance like this doesn't come cheap. Tesla has announced that the base model of the 2026 Roadster will start at around $200,000, with the Founders Series priced closer to $250,000. Now, while that may sound astronomical, when you compare it to what you'd spend on a Bugatti, a Ferrari SF90, or a McLaren Speedtail, cars that the Roadster is set to outperform in many ways, and a Tesla suddenly looks like a relative bargain. Add in the fact that you'll be saving massively on fuel and maintenance costs over time. And this isn't just a supercar, it's a financial revolution in the hypercar space. Tesla has always been about disrupting industries, and with the Roadster, they're not just entering the hypercar conversation, they're changing the definition of what one can be. It's sustainable, it's insanely fast, it's beautiful, and it's practical in ways you wouldn't expect from a car that can outpace some of the fastest machines ever built. But performance isn't only about straight-line speed. Tesla has engineered the suspension to adapt dynamically, reading road conditions hundreds of times per second. On a twisty mountain road, the Roadster feels planted, with little body roll, as if the car is anticipating your every move. The combination of instant torque vectoring and an almost unnaturally low center of gravity, courtesy of the battery pack placement, gives you confidence to push harder and harder into corners. The Roadster communicates with the driver in a way that feels alive, but also forgiving for those who aren't professional racers. The soundscape of the car is another fascinating element. Electric cars are often criticized for lacking the drama of a roaring exhaust, but Tesla has leaned into the future. What you hear in the Roadster is the faint but distinct whir of the motors and the whoosh of air being carved by the sleek bodywork. At higher speeds, the intensity of that sound builds, creating its own futuristic soundtrack that matches the acceleration. It's less about mechanical rumble and more about feeling like you're piloting a space car. So as we wrap up, the 2026 Tesla Roadster isn't just a car for the wealthy enthusiast, it's a symbol of where performance, design, and technology are headed. It's proof that electric cars aren't just about being eco-friendly, they can be thrilling, jaw-dropping, and even world-breaking in terms of speed. Whether you're a die-hard Tesla fan, a skeptic of electric vehicles, or someone who just loves cars that push the limits of what's possible, there's no denying that the Roadster deserves attention. Thanks for riding along with us here at Car Future Wheels. If you enjoyed this in-depth look at the 2026 Tesla Roadster, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a review of the cars shaping tomorrow. The future is electric, and the Roadster is showing us that it's also exhilarating. Until next time, drive safe, stay curious, and keep your eyes on the road ahead.